All right, real quick update today. I'm not going to cover all the usual assets because I've already covered the markets. I mean, let's see what happens. They closed a higher day on Friday, so let's see if they continue. That was what my prior video was for. What I do want to cover though is actually commodities, but I'll start off with the dollar. So look at the dollar here. I said I'm not sure, so let's wait for the chart to do its thing. Now, so far, obviously on Friday it bounced surprisingly, creating a bit of a double bottom, 1, 2. And now we're moving up quite high very early in the day. So let's see. And right now we've hit the descending. I said that was the first resistance to clear. And really what you want to see to confirm a real move higher, and I mean 105.5-ish on a dollar, on a DXY, you want to see a close above this descending, which we are touching now, that descending line. Now, if we just go lower, then it's not bearish or bullish. It depends where the close is on the daily. So I can't really confirm anything yet. But that's quite strong, and that's changing the narrative of the last couple of weeks where everyone was talking about the dollar down, me included. It wasn't so obvious here, but it was after we broke this line here, this support, and indeed we went to the next line. But yeah, just keep your eye on the DXY. If that goes up, you can expect generally commodities. I'm talking about the monetary commodities, gold and silver primarily. You could expect pressure to be put on them. So DXY moving up early in the day. Let's see what happens. Now, the next commodity I want to cover is oil. We had that surprise cut on Sunday. Sorry, where's oil? Yeah, so look at this. It closed a high up day like the markets, although actually it was better than the markets on Friday. So I thought, all right, maybe we can get to the 77 zone. Well, news trumps technicals, but in this case, they worked in the same direction. Look at this, squeezed up 81, 82. You could see, before hitting 82, you can see why this trend line is here. Uh, strong resistance here for several months. So you don't expect something just to break through that. I mean, if on Friday it closed up in the 80s, then yeah, we'd break through it. But it's a hell of a move, like 8% or something. We're retracing a bit. If I just look at the 15-minute, you can see actually we're going to new lows. What do I expect on oil? I mean, it'll just retrace lower, and at some point it will reverse, right? It'll probably take out this sort of line, let's say, it'll just go down, and then as soon as it pops up, it's going to retest the highs, and then let's see. And this will probably coincide with regular trading, so at one point it will rally back and probably be in the 80s again, and then we'll see how it reacts when everyone's awake and trading. US session. So oil very strong. I expect any retracement to be bought because it's pretty big news. Cuts by the major oil producers. That's going to give a floor. I mean, if this wasn't already a floor, then a little higher is now a floor. The Biden administration need to refill the SPRs. I don't know if they did that. They probably didn't. So oil's going to be strong. And now when you zoom out, you think, this was a good buy. And actually low 70s is a good buy. So yeah, I'm going to stick with that. Low 70s is definitely a good buy now. But will it actually get back down there? I don't know. Will it get below 75 again? I don't know. So oil, and wait for a close above 83, let's say. Close above 83 would mean, okay, now we're going to 93. So that's what I think of oil. Natural gas, this I really almost don't understand. I don't know if it's news related, but this was a very good close. Ventured above the descending, closed above the descending, right? If I go to the 15-minute, yeah. And then we open here. That's really strange. This has to be news related because technically that's rare. So a gap lower like that, I'm actually not sure what the news is. I don't know if it's related to the oil. It can't be. But we've, since opening lower, we've just sort of gone up. So that's at least a bit bullish. But what you want to see is a close again above the descending, I guess. Let's see how it is. It looks pretty strong down here, though, despite this gap lower. So natural gas, keeping an eye on that. And then gold and silver. So you see this little wedge I had here, the ascending, the descending. Gold's gone lower now. It was already a little bit weak. For me, it was a bit weak on Friday. So I'm happy I've trimmed my positions. But today, so far, And does this coincide with the dollar being stronger? Probably. You know, I think it would have gone lower even if the dollar was unchanged. But, so far, for me, 1950 was really the level. Again, it's more about the close. If we just rally up and then close within this ascending, then you can say it's still not bearish. But so far, this is bearish. Again, all about the close. But 1950 for me was really the line in the sand. And if we close at 1950 or below, especially below, then it's 1930. And to be honest, by then the chart won't look that good. Imagine what the chart looks like then when you have a candle, probably take another day, that hits 1930 or even closes below it. You might have a small bounce and then we're going to go back down again. Imagine that. Another candle here. Go on, let's just draw this ridiculous candle. A little bounce and then down. That's what I'm leaning towards. Silver, okay, has a different chart, but look at this drop 2% so far, which is exactly what you expect because this is resistance. Obviously, this is resistance. I mean, this descending line, it's been resistance for a while. So, if gold hits 1930, closes below it, let's say 1950, then 1930, where do you think silver will go? I don't know. It's really hard to tell actually, but probably around here. And then let's see, if we can retest this and break out. But yeah, I was expecting retracement. And when you look at the dollar and you look at so far what's happening in gold and silver, I'm still leaning towards a drop. Obviously, anything can happen, blah, blah, blah. But let's look at the close. Anyway, those are just my thoughts, the dollar, oil, and gold, silver, and natural gas. Just thought I'd share that very early. Let's see what happens intraday.